What is going on, all you tiny people? Draco Invictus here, and I am doing another grounded video. And today we're talking about stamina and speed and running distance and all those cool things. Now, before I say let's get to it, let me give you a little bit of information because these runs are pretty short. So let's just go ahead and fill in the information in the beginning. Then we can watch the runs, listen to some great music, and then we'll talk about the results at the end. So there's 3 perks that I am testing: Buff Lung, Natural Explorer, and Cardio Fan. Those are the 3 that should be affecting stamina, run length, run distance, run speed, anything like that. Ultimately, I want to know, is it best to run 1 perk for cardio and then run 2 other perks for other stuff? Run 2 perks and 1 other one? Or should I be running all 3 of the stamina related perks to get places faster? So that's what this whole video is designed to set up. And it's also designed to answer the question, what's faster? The full spider set or the spider set with the aphid slippers? So we will take a look at all of that. Don't be jumping ahead. But if you do just want to see the runs, well, they're set up into 3 segments: unarmored, full spider set, and spider set with slippers. So there will be timestamps down in the description below if you just want to jump ahead. There is a couple things that I just want to fill you in on really quickly. Apparently right now you can't build a trail marker on anything that you've built. So I could not put a trail marker on the floor that was my starting line. I went with torches for my starting line and I set the marker back, and I actually had to put it 53 centimeters away from the starting line. So if you happen to see the distance in game and it's different than the distance that I'm telling you, that's accounting for the 53 centimeter distance. You're going to see a pattern emerge here really quickly. And we'll talk more about the pattern here at the end of the video. So now with all of that out of the way, let's get to it. All right, guys, so here is our initial run. No gear, no perks. Each segment will open with whatever armor set it is, no perks. Then we will see triple split screens of all the variations. So there will be 2 sets of runs because there are 6 different variations that you can have with available perks. And then we will see a run with whatever armor set and all the perks. So here you can see that our no gear, no perks run was 149 centimeters and it took 24.8 seconds to complete. Now here we're watching the first set of variable runs. Now, whenever we're looking at a single perk, Buff Lung will always be on the left. Natural Explorer will always be in the middle. Cardio Fan will always be on the right. All right, here we can see that Cardio Fan and Natural Explorer ended at the same time, so they do not give you any boost to your stamina bar, and they ran 24.7 seconds, but Explorer ran 157 centimeters versus Cardio Fan's 149. Buff Lung finished out at 27.3 seconds with a distance of 164 centimeters. The pattern starts. All right, so after these runs, we can see that Buff Lung and Explorer did 173 with 27.3 seconds. Buff Lung and Cardio did 163 with 27.3 seconds. And Natural Explorer and Cardio did 158 and 24.8 seconds. All right, guys, so to wrap up the no armor segment, with all the buffs applied, we ran 174 centimeters and it took us 27.3 seconds. Now we're running with the full spider set, no perks. So this will give us a good baseline for what we should see from all the spider set runs. And our full spider set run went 199 centimeters and it took 24.7 seconds. So we can see here that the spider set is not doing anything to our stamina reserves or how quickly we burn through stamina because the time. So now here are our individual perk runs. Of course, again, buff lung on the left, natural explorer in the middle, cardio fan on the right. And we'll see their times here in just a second. Yep, there's cardio fan and natural explorer finishing at 24.7 seconds, buff lung finishing at 27.3 seconds. There are the distances on the screen. Have you noticed the pattern yet? All right, guys, as before with the combo perks variable setup here, we have buff lung and explorer on the left, buff lung and cardio in the middle, and explorer and cardio on the right. And as before, natural explorer and cardio fan finished first, and buff lung, cardio, buff lung, explorer finished at the same time. And there you can see your distances. Now we're going to take a look at the full spider set with all buffs applied and see if there's anything changing with having all of them running. And the full spider set with all buffs went for 27.3 seconds for a total distance of 232 centimeters. So now let us move on over to the spider set with slippers, no perks run. So here's our baseline for the spider set with slippers, no perks, 216 centimeters, 24.8 seconds. To round out the single perk runs, Buff Lung did 219 centimeters in 27.3 seconds, Natural Explorer at 229 centimeters, 24.8 seconds, and Cardio Fan 216 centimeters at 24.8 seconds. Now here's our last set of variables. Buff Lung and Explorer ran 251 centimeters, 27.3 seconds. Buff Lung and Cardio did 236 centimeters, 27.3 seconds. Explorer and Cardio did 229 centimeters, 24.8 seconds. Let's move on to the spider set with slippers, all perks. And there you have it, guys. The spider set with slippers with all the buffs did 252 centimeters, 27.3 seconds. So as you can see, a huge pattern emerged. Buff Lung is the best perk to use because you can actually run for longer with Buff Lung, which is to be expected. It is Buff Lung. Natural Explorer certainly helped, not with run time, but with run distance. Now, I believe that Cardio Fan doesn't actually have anything to do with using stamina, but rather Cardio Fan is the regeneration of stamina when you are not sprinting. I included it in here just to see if it actually changed anything, but I firmly believe that Cardio Fan is just stamina regeneration when you're not sprinting, which is why it didn't actually affect anything in any of the runs. If we go back and look at each individual segment with just Cardio Fan, it's no different than the baseline for that segment. So if we were running unarmored with just Cardio Fan, it was the same distance and time as running with no perk at all. Let me share my final thoughts with you. Obviously, if you want to move the fastest and the furthest, the best set to be wearing is Spider Head and Shoulders with the aphid slippers. If you look at the spreadsheet here, look at the numbers, it is clearly a more efficient way to run. The caveat to that is that you're missing out with Hunter's Prowess by not having the full spider set, and aphid slippers break very easily. So you have to choose, do I want to run the farthest, fastest? If that's the case, wear the aphid slippers. If you want the most well-rounded but best speed character, it's the full spider set with Buff Lung and Explorer running, and then use that third perk slot for something else. Of course, in the future, this is all going to change. You know they're going to make adjustments. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know that, hey, at least I'm putting some good grounded content out there. And hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified the next time I post a video. I'm doing all kinds of grounded content. I have a great tips and tricks video coming up here in just the next day or so. So stay tuned for that. Best way to do that, click the subscribe, click the bell notification so that you get notified the next time I post a video. And until next time, take care of yourself out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya.